Our evening celebrations will kick off with a very special performance by Raha Dance. Now this is an Iranian modern and folk dance group based in Toronto. Raha, the founder of Raha Dance Group, began her musical journey as a teenager in Iran. Her choreography is inspired by the traditional roots of Persian classical music. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Raha to the dance floor. Kenta, Abasi, and Raha Yagubi. Thank you so much for the performance. Now, we do look forward to seeing the troupe perform one more time before the end of the evening. A thank you to Honda Manufacturing for sponsoring that part of tonight's ceremony. And we'd also like to take this time to thank the staff here at Tangle Creek. They've been just wonderful tonight. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, I meant to say that it's great to return, but as I was sharing with my table, I've only been to Tangle once since I moved here, and that was for a very pitiful round of golf that not only robbed me of many golf balls, but also my dignity. But in this case, it is wonderful to be back in this venue, and of course, after 2 years of virtual award ceremonies, fantastic to be here in person. So please, thank you. Okay, at this time, I would like to welcome the Warden of County of Simcoe and the outgoing mayor of the township of Tiny to the stage. Please give George Cornell a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Gotta love it. I love the music. And thanks for putting the mic back in the stand. I wasn't sure I was going to roam like you did, but Sarah, thank you very, very much. Thank you to CTV Barrie News for being here this evening and supporting us. I think you can tell from Sarah, this is not her first gig by any means, so well done. And most of us probably watch you every evening about 6 o'clock, and I know some of us were talking at the table. Your enthusiasm on air, and here it is in person. So well done. Thank you very, very much. So good evening, bonsoir, Annie. It certainly is my pleasure on behalf of the County of Simcoe and our County Council to welcome you to our 10th annual Newcomer Recognition Awards. And as you've heard a few times tonight, it really is special that we're back here in person. For me, this is a very, very special event, and I've really enjoyed being here. I'm joined tonight by a couple of my fellow county councillors. We have Doug LaRue over here, and we have, absolutely, and we have Anita Dubo over here on my right. And Anita deserves a little extra recognition. She is also our co-chair of the local immigration partnership, and she continues to help lead the way in supporting and celebrating our diverse and growing communities. So Anita is joining me in retirement. You heard the outgoing part of Sarah's introduction, and that was voluntary, okay? So, we're both retiring from our municipal political life. Who knows what the next chapter may look like. But I know I speak for so many in our community, Anita, that you're championing in so many ways worthy causes, including fostering diversity and inclusion, has been very, very much recognized and appreciated. So thank you very much, Anita. And I do want to just recognize the local immigration partnership, all of the members, for putting on this event tonight, and I think they really do deserve a round of applause. So thank you all. And one more time, and no, they're not. Oh, look who's up on the screen, my goodness. We had our gold sponsor up on the screen. I do want to recognize and thank on behalf of the county, Honda Canada, based in Alliston here in the county of Simcoe. Just phenomenal support and commitment to this event and to many other things in our community. So thank you, Honda Canada. We're almost there because we want to get to the real fun part of the evening. We are also grateful to the federal government for their ongoing funding through Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada that supports the Simcoe County Local Immigration Partnership. In fact, just yesterday, and I was going to mention that Sarah, while she's emceeing this event here, has been working, I think, most of the evening as well, doing live interviews in the back corner, doing, I think, some social media, saw you up with the phone, and doing some own live broadcasts from our event here. So again, awesome. Just thank you very, very much. Just yesterday, the 2021 census analysis of the immigration data was released, and it highlighted that immigrants now in the county of Simcoe represent nearly 16% of our population. So we're up about 20,000 people in the last 5 years and up to 2021, and that brings us to over 82,000 immigrants in the county of Simcoe, which is just phenomenal. So absolutely. And while the numbers are obviously very, very important, it's the wealth of experience, the ideas, the cultural diversities that we just saw that newcomers bring, and they help to broaden our perspectives and strengthen our economies. So it's just phenomenal to have you here. I mean, I'm also the chair of the Western Ontario Wardens Caucus, so that takes us all the way down to Windsor, represents about 3 million people. And we have 250,000 jobs waiting to be filled. And we don't have the resources, we don't have the capacity here. So it's immigrants coming to Canada, selecting Ontario, and more importantly, selecting the County of Simcoe that are gonna help us, help our businesses to survive, and help our communities be stronger, more diverse, and more inclusive, and just special places for all of us to live. This evening's honorees you're gonna see, are the living proof of that, and we're just so proud of them and glad that they chose the County of Simcoe for their home. So again, on behalf of the County of Simcoe, congratulations to the nominees and to the award winners. Thank you, merci, miigwech. Back to you, Sarah.
Merci. Thank you, Warden, and current until mid-November, Mayor of Tiny Township. Woo! Tiny Township. Here we go. Okay, let's all have a good laugh at me and get it out of the way. Now, tonight we recognize individuals and organizations in 10 award categories. Local Immigration Partnership Co-Chair and County Councillor Anita Dobu, who we just heard from right now. Thank you, Dubo, and there we go. You know, that brings me to a really great point. Anita is going to help us hand out the awards to our winners tonight. But we do have some beautiful, beautiful, culturally diverse award recipients, performers, and those that have nominated tonight. And I have done my best to speak to each table and clarify the pronunciation. So please do know if there is any mispronunciation that it really, I mean, no disrespect. We are all here to truly honor you tonight, and we so appreciate your contribution. So thank you. Without further ado, we are going to begin tonight with the Immigrant Youth Award. So an immigrant youth is defined as an immigrant 25 years of age or younger who is dedicated to supporting immigrant integration and cultural awareness here in Simcoe County. The recipient of this year's award is Pania, Ghaneian, who was nominated by Samira Rashidian Zode. This award is sponsored by our bronze sponsor, Lakehead University. Now, Pania is an exceptional role model for young Iranian girls here in Simcoe County. She has made it her mission to celebrate Persian culture and support other first-generation immigrants. Pania has spent countless hours volunteering for the Barrie Persian Association. Most recently, she helped to promote the Mosaic Nights Festival. She gathered volunteers, organized vendors, and secured sponsors. Pania successfully recruited 32 of her peers to volunteer for the cultural event. Pania also created content for the Barrie Persian Association social media channels during the 2021 #ItStarts public education campaign to help reduce racism and discrimination, encouraging conversations around diversity and inclusion. Now, when she's not volunteering, Pania can be found dedicating time to schoolwork and extracurricular activities. A model student, she was awarded the prestigious opportunity to serve as a legislative page at the Assembly of Ontario. Her participation in the program is an inspiration, truly, to newcomers. She encourages similar acts of leadership from immigrant youth within her community, inspiring confidence and sharing life-changing opportunities. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating Pania, winner of the 2022 Immigrant Youth Award. Please do.
Thank you. I feel very honored to receive this award. I'm so thankful to live in a country full of opportunities. I would like to thank my family for their continuous support. This award is dedicated to all of the hardworking Iranians around the world. Thank you.
Congratulations once again, and thank you, Councillor Dubo. Our next award category is for an immigrant mentor. An immigrant mentor is defined as an immigrant who has invested time and energy to support positive experiences for other immigrants here in Simcoe County. The recipient of this year's award is Kenta Shirakura, nominated by Jamie Campbell. The award is sponsored by our bronze sponsor, Roadmap to Canada Immigration Consultants Incorporated. Kenta came to Canada from Japan as an international student. Over the last 10 years, he's been an advocate and mentor for newcomers, using his lived experiences to both empathize and inform. Kenta has held several professional roles at Georgian College. He's provided students with resources and support on a wide range of settlement topics, including transportation, housing, employment, and making community connections. Kenta has provided essential pre-arrival support and helped students to build social connections prior to setting foot on campus. And we all know how difficult that can be the first day of school. Not only does Kenta help students become involved on campus, but he also encourages participation in the greater Simcoe County community, organizing group visits to local events and cultural celebrations. He enhanced existing online resources so that settlement information would be more accessible to Georgian College students. Kenta continues to support students in learning and employment opportunities in his current role as a co-op and career consultant. Kenta also volunteers for the city of Barrie. He coordinates youth ambassador group delegations between Barrie and the Japanese city of Murayama. He plays an active role in the city's International Relations Committee. He has participated on various committees of the local immigration partnership. Through both personal and professional endeavors, Kenta has helped newcomers feel home here in Simcoe County. Please join me in congratulating Kenta, winner of our 2022 Immigrant Mentor Award. Kenta.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sarah, for the amazing introduction. I am honored to be receiving this award, and I could not have, I'm astounded by the recognition. I could not have imagined myself standing here today when I came to Barrie for the first time as an ESL, English as a Second Language student, to Barrie for the first time. So I am thrilled to be here. Since when I was a student at Georgian College starting in 2011, I have been fortunate enough to have many mentors that have supported me throughout my life in Canada. Those are the faculty members and the staff members. Actually, I was surprised by one of the staff members that was a mentor to me at the International Center. But the friends and the community members. Ever since I dreamt and aspired to be mentor to those that choose to come to Georgian College and also to Simcoe County, just like my mentors did for me. For this reason, this recognition and the award means so much to me, and I feel eternally grateful. I would like to thank the nominator, Jamie Campbell, the nomination supporters, Leslie Paulson and Tina Hurst, for the recognition. I would like to thank the student ambassadors who were previously working with me, who are here today at the table with me, for the opportunity to support, for me to support you and to grow together. I would like to also thank my wife, who is in Japan right now, and the family who are also at the table with me, who continues to be my motivation. Finally, I would like to thank Georgian College and the community of Simcoe County for the opportunity to grow. I would not have been here today if I have chosen a different destination. I will continue to pay forward and help the future mentors that will support the further future generations. ありがとうございました。
Thank you and congratulations once again, Kenta. Our next award category is for an immigrant artist. You've got a table full of support. An immigrant artist is an immigrant whose art has been recognized with a degree of excellence or with outputs considered to be of high quality. An artist who has positively impacted or contributed to the art of others and has positively promoted the immigrant experience. The recipient of this year's Immigrant Artist Award is Neda Mazhab Jafari, who was nominated by Milan Feitu. Please give her a round of applause. This award is sponsored by our bronze sponsor, Bradford Greenhouse's Garden Gallery. Neda, a few words about Neda before she comes up. Yes, you must hear them. Neda is a well-known artist from Iran. She holds a PhD in research of art. She was a faculty member at Azad University in Tehran and Kharazmi University of Tehran. When she arrived here in Canada, Neda studied graphic design at Georgian College, where she graduated with honors. Naturally warm and giving, Neda would immediately started volunteering by sharing her experiences and knowledge of available immigrant services with other immigrant students and fellow landed Iranians. Originally a volunteer greeter at the McLaren Art Center, Neda went on to become a paid art instructor. Recently, one of her sculptures was profiled at the McLaren Art Center during her participation at pop-up exhibits for McLaren Art Instructions. Neda was selected by 13 judges for the Brightening Barriers project for the city of Barrie. She was one of 6 artists chosen to display her art in downtown Barrie. Neda was recently chosen by a jury of citizens for the Ice Hut Public Art Project for a winter art installation in Innisfil. Please, ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating Neda, winner of our 2022 Immigrant Artist Award.
Thank you so much for that generous introduction, Sarah. I'm truly honored to receive this award. Thank you to the election committee for having the generosity to nominate me. I'm glad that local immigration partnership acknowledge immigrants' efforts and support embracing diversity in our community. Since past 4 years I have been in Canada, the journey to build a new life from scratch and arrive to this point where I am wouldn't be realized if my family and my friends wouldn't support me. I'm grateful that members of my family and my best friend are here tonight. On the stage, it's me who is taking this award, but in back end, there are many people along with their sense of kindness enabled me to put in efforts and make me capable of getting this award. Thank you to my wonderful husband, the man whom I owe everything, and my son, who I love the most in my life. To my myth of patience, my mom, and my hero of overcomes the difficulties, my sister and her husband. My best friend, Wendy, who was my mom, my sister, my everybody in Canada when I was alone. My sincere gratitude to all my colleagues, to Collège Boréal. Je suis très contente que ma première expérience au travail au Canada se passe à vos côtés. Une expérience incroyable et géniale. Je ne pourrai jamais vous remercier à la hauteur de ce que vous m'avez donné. Je voulais que vous sachiez à quel point votre soutien a été grand aide pour moi. Merci Mylène pour le moment que vous avez confiance en moi. Merci pour le moment que vous avez mis toutes mes compétences et talents à bonne utilisation. Merci pour le moment que vous m'avez ignoré mes fautes. Merci pour ce moment, Mylène. Thank you so much.
The next award is for an immigrant entrepreneur and is sponsored by our bronze sponsor, Pavlix.com. An immigrant entrepreneur is defined as an immigrant who has achieved success in the development or operation of a business or entrepreneurial venture here in Simcoe County. The recipient of the Immigrant Entrepreneur Award is Dr. Rebeca Riojas-Ozturk, who was nominated by Shelly, Sarin. Dr. Rebeca Riojas-Ozturk earned her Doctor of Dental Surgery degree back in 1989 at the Autonomous University of Nuevo León in Monterrey, Mexico. In 1996, she obtained her National Dental Examining Board certificate in Canada and settled in Ontario to practice dentistry. Dr. Riojas-Ozturk has been serving the Simcoe region for over 20 years now. She is the owner of both Barrie Heights Family Dentistry and the BWG Dental Center in Bradford, West Williambury. Dr. Riojas understands the complexity of credential recognition for foreign-trained professionals, especially when they are newcomers here to Canada. She makes it a point to hire staff from different ethnic backgrounds with sometimes no Canadian experience. Her team is very diverse and includes staff from 7 different countries and 4 different continents. Dr. Riojas gives back to the community she lives and works in. Her dental office sponsored a Bollywood drive-in movie last year, and this year she sponsored the Ethnic Mosaic Alliance Mosaic Nights. Please come to the stage, although I know you do not wish to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, please give Dr. Rebeca Riojas-Ozturk.
I wasn't prepared for that, but yes, I want to say thank you. It's an honor. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you, Shelly, for nominating me. Thank you to my family for all the support that they have given me all these years, especially after opening my office. Thank you to my team, my staff, wonderful associate dentists. Without you, this doesn't work. Thank you.
Okay, our next award recognizes a business or community organization for providing a welcoming work environment. How important is that? Let's hear it for that. The award is sponsored by our bronze sponsor, Neda Futures. A welcoming work environment is defined as a business or organization that has taken steps to provide a, of course, welcoming work environment, especially for immigrants. The recipient of the 2022 Welcoming Work Environment Award is the Bank of Montreal Georgian Mall branch, nominated by Melissa Fletcher. Our very vocal table to my right. The company embraces, wonderfully vocal, we touched base afterwards, everyone's having a great time. The company embraces a culture of diversity, inclusivity, and equity, which is highlighted by employees' multicultural backgrounds and experiences. BMO Georgian Mall offers many newcomer services in multiple languages, including English, Hindi, Mandarin, Punjabi, and Tamil, offering client services in a language they feel comfortable with and an environment in which they feel heard and understood. That's what sets this branch apart. All employees also learn from difference training to build an inclusive workplace, and their leadership team members receive additional unconscious bias training. BMO Bank of Montreal Georgian Mall supports newcomer clients participating in the Job Finding Club for Immigrants offered by Georgian College. Michelle and Jenny act as mentors and attend networking events to meet and get to know newcomers looking for work in the financial sector. They communicate with Georgian College Job Finding Club for Immigrant program staff regularly and share information on upcoming job fairs, job opportunities, and of course offer tips and advice for newcomers that are hoping and looking for work. Accepting on behalf of the Bank of Montreal Georgian Mall is Michelle Piermain, branch manager. Please join me in giving them a warm round of applause.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you. Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to all the recipients and the sponsors alike. My name's Michelle, and I'm the branch manager of BMO Bank Montreal Georgian Mall branch. We're so honored for this recognition tonight, so thank you very much, Melissa. Community partnerships build strong foundations for trust and caring within our communities. My team from BMO Georgian Mall is no exception. We take pride, so much pride in, and we embrace many different ways to be present within our Simcoe community, the community in which we all live and we work. We value these partnerships within the county of Simcoe and our local immigration partnership community. Together we are stronger. I would like to personally thank my advice and guidance team, Laura, Jenny, Sarah, Claudia, Barrie, and Jeannie, tonight, but also the team that we had to leave behind to keep our continuing commitments to our customers. So we thank the ones that we had to leave back. With us all working together, mentorship, learning, sharing, and of course, partnership is made possible. So thank you. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Michelle, and once again, congratulations to BMO. At this point, we'll take a brief break from the awards, but if you haven't had a chance to bid on the silent auction items, of course, that's an option, but in the meantime, Manager of Community Services with the County of Simcoe, Sandra will be sharing an update on the work of the local immigration partnership. I love your excitement, but it is very difficult to get up on this stage and speak, so if we can, offer our undivided attention and just bottle up that excitement for a few more minutes. Let's do this. Sandra.
County councillors, award winners, your families, the guests that you've brought with you, and community members. Welcome to the 10th Annual Newcomer Recognition Awards. It is so amazing to be back in person. I can't tell you how wonderful. It's been 3 years since we've gathered in person, and it's just wonderful to be here. In 2020 and 2021, we continued to celebrate newcomers through an online version of the Newcomer Recognition Awards, and we dropped a video. This year, I am pleased to announce that we are, in addition to tonight, we will also be sharing a video. So this ceremony is being taped. We are working with the same wonderful company, Hunt Productions, to create a video. So if you are an award winner, and you have family back home in another country you want to share this with, or you have attended and you think it's fabulous and you'd like to share it with a colleague or somebody else in the community, there will be a video available. So I just really encourage you to share that out. The County of Simcoe Local Immigration Partnership started our community-based planning activities back in 2011. And up until now, our efforts have continued to address the recommendations in the community settlement strategy that was published in 2012. 2 formal progress reports have been published relating to the recommendations and our accomplishments in 2016 and 2020. But it's time for an updated community settlement strategy. A renewed vision will be published in 2023. And we will highlight that 2021 census data that we heard about. We also have other data from IRCC that shows that direct arrivals have more than doubled in Simcoe County in the last couple of years. And then we also, in June, we had an immigrant survey that was available online. And we asked immigrants questions about their experiences of living, working, and belonging in Simcoe County. And so we have that data as well that will help inform it. But the next stage of our work is community consultations. And we want to hear from the community. We have 4 employer community consultations planned for the month of November. And then we have 2 general public and community stakeholder consultations planned later for December and January. This is your opportunity to have input into a strategy that's going to inform where we go in the next 5 to 10 years. So I just really invite you to come out and be a part of that. And I also wanted to recognize today all of the different ethno-cultural associations that are here. And you do a tremendous amount of informal settlement work. You know that you do it. You might not call it settlement work, but it's helping somebody find a job, helping somebody find housing. And so you do tremendous work, and you highlight amazing multiculturalism. I know that Sask is here, and they have recently been involved in Diwali, and we saw a beautiful presentation from Persian Raha dancers, and I know that Mosaic nights took place this summer, but you add so much to our communities, so thank you so much, and I really want to thank you for coming out tonight. I would like to introduce Shelly Sarin, the president of the Ethnic Mosaic Alliance. This dedicated group of board members incorporated a not-for-profit organization in 2019, and they continue to develop momentum and interest in developing a multicultural center in Simcoe County, and that is a recommendation that was in the last community settlement strategy, mentioned twice in two separate sections, and as we have continued to see that growth in immigrant populations continues to be a high-profile need. So welcome, Shelly.
It's great to be here today, and on behalf of Ethnic Mosaic Alliance, I'd love to welcome all the guests and congratulate all the award winners. Some of you might know me, and for others who don't know, I moved to Simcoe County in 2006 with my husband, and as our family was growing, we decided to call Barrie our home. And to raise a family here, I instantly fell in love with Barrie because it's so beautiful. How could you not? But the only problem here was I was missing the lack of my own culture, moving from, Toronto, where it's very, where you don't feel that at all. And life over here was really lonely with a small baby and a husband who traveled overseas for work with no support or structure in place or to ask for help. There are many new immigrants who feel the same emotions as I did. Now that I reflect back, I know I wasn't alone. It was a life-changing moment for me when I met the local immigration partnership almost a decade ago here at the first Newcomer Recognition Awards. From that moment, I knew it was time for change. It was a long journey of commitment, faith, and dreams. Over the course of time, we have evolved and given birth to Ethnic Mosaic Alliance. Our mission is to enrich our community by embracing, promoting, and celebrating cultural diversity. And our vision is to have a multicultural center that is a safe and welcoming place for all who wish to embrace the growing cultural diversity in Simcoe County. Today, I feel extremely fortunate as I have a dedicated board of directors who work tirelessly with keeping our core values of inclusiveness, respect, integrity, transformation, and commitment. We are a diverse group of individuals from a variety of ethno-cultural backgrounds residing in multiple Simcoe County communities, and I would love to introduce my board of directors at this point, so please stand up wherever you are. Sarah, David, Sergio, Samira, and our newly appointed board of directors, Melissa. Thank you. So what is the object of a multicultural center? It will be the operational hub for an immigrant and minority group support system in Simcoe County. We just heard that, the immigrants here are about 16% of the population, which is huge. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be close to like 25, 26% by the next census that comes out. It will be a promotion for arts, culture, language classes, sports, and cultural celebrations. It will promote social and employment services to all ages of immigrants and residents from diverse cultures. It will also promote the diversity and shared interest of all ethno-cultural associations in Simcoe County. It will open its doors to all members of Simcoe County for the purpose of cross-cultural appreciation. So what have we been doing in the past couple of years since we got incorporated? Well, when we celebrated our birthday in March 2020, I think 2 days after that, there was a lockdown. But trust me, we haven't been sitting. We've been really making a lot of progress. So we have a collaboration with the County of Simcoe and local immigration partnership. We have also MOU with the County of Simcoe for infrastructure and grant application, outreach, and we also had an outreach to municipalities in the spring of 2021 for land acquisition, and there were 6 municipalities that expressed interest to donate more than 2 acres of free land. And we're still very optimistic it will happen soon. There was a feasibility study through Heritage Canada for a multicultural center. And EMA has been working very hard with community partners to support positive outcomes for immigrant residents. We had a beautiful Canada Day celebration during COVID with keeping all COVID protocols in place. And we also supported a young teacher to start off teaching Arabic classes in the community. In the fall of last year, we had, for the first time in Canada, we had a drive-in Bollywood movie, and we partnered with the South Asian Association of Simcoe County. And we were told by the company that did the open air movie thing that was the first time in Canada there was a Bollywood movie that played in a drive-in style, and it was a sold out event. So we got really encouraged. So what did we do this year? So some of you might have heard of the Mosaic Night Festivals that took place this summer. The Mosaic Night Festivals was a celebration of 3 international films embedded in 3 different cultural experiences over 3 locations in Simcoe County over the summer. So we had a Persian movie night, we had a Spanish movie night, and we had a Bollywood movie night. And it was in Barrie, Bradford, and at Friday Harbor in Innisfil, which was all very well received. And thank you so much to our community partners for for being a hard partner and making it a successful event. So the Mosaic Night Festival brought the world to Simcoe County through these unique cultural experiences, and these were all free events. And thank you so much for the sponsors for making it a success. And if you missed it this year, don't worry, I think it's coming back next year by popular demand. We are happy to announce a new initiative that will take place in Simcoe County for a week in March of 2023. EMA will be hosting a series of events called Week of Welcome, or we're calling it WOW, to help new immigrants feel welcomed in our community and to orient them to the various services and programs that exist here. We encourage everyone to follow EMA on social media. We would like to share relevant events from your organization on our page too. Please feel free to reach out. We are friends and we want to share as much information as we can, because I feel like right now we're all working in silos, and that's what the goal of EMA is, to kind of be the umbrella and embrace everyone and keep it like a one central location. I would also like to take a moment to thank Simcoe County for their ongoing support. Our dream of this great multicultural center will become reality. Not sure when. Timing might have been skewed, but that's fine. I think we'll catch up to it soon. We have a long road ahead of us, and I will be counting on each and everyone's support to give this gift to our future generations and new immigrants who are going to call Simcoe County home. Thank you.
All right, at this point, we'd like to welcome the Raha dancers back to the floor. Now, their earlier performance started with classical Iranian music and continued with pop Iranian music. Well, they will now perform a folklore, Azerbaijani. It's a dance from northwestern Iran. This dance is known for quick tempo and the dancers' traditional clothes. Translated, the song they will dance to means a girl from the mountains, but this has a much deeper meaning tonight. The Raha dancers would like to dedicate this performance to the brave women of Iran who are fighting for their very freedom today. Just fabulous. The Raha dancers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies, and our thoughts and prayers, of course, with Iran. We will resume our award presentations now. The next award recognizes multiculturalism in education. The category of multiculturalism in education is defined as a Simcoe County school or educator that consistently incorporates multiculturalism in one or more of the following: planning and/or policy development, curriculum, community relations, and/or school culture. The recipient of the 2022 Multiculturalism Through Education Educator Award is the recipient of this year, Roxann Whittingham. Roxann was nominated by Jamie Campbell. This award is sponsored by our bronze sponsor, the town of Penetanguishene. Now, Roxann is a graduation coach for Black Student School Board. As an immigrant from Jamaica, Roxann is well aware of the challenges Black students face, having encountered many adversities herself. Her empathy drives her patience and dedication to building students' self-esteem. Roxann encourages students to stay in school, access post-secondary education, and explore rewarding career opportunities. She strives to provide all students with a sense of belonging, connectedness, and hope for the future. Roxann created the Black, Indigenous, and People of Color, BIPOC, Graduation Support Network Facebook group. The group is focused on helping and advocating for students. Community members are able to connect and work collaboratively to improve the quality of education for marginalized students. Roxann is a local author. She has published 3 books: Johnny Lightning and the Magic Yellow Yam, Seasons of Love, and Break Free. She also owns a local business, Miss Hottie Foods, which produces authentic Jamaican jerk marinade. She uses the proceeds from these 2 ventures to fund a scholarship at Georgian College, the Black Education Empowerment Fund. She participates in local community groups such as Uplift Black, Parents Against Racism, Our Mosaic Life, and Georgian Changemakers. She also speaks at local events, and most recently was a speaker for the Changemaker in Residency Week hosted by Georgian College, the Innisfil Library in promotion of Black History Month, and the Accelerant Summit promoting business engagement opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome me or join me in congratulating and welcoming Roxann to the stage and our winner of the 2022 Multicultural.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. And at this time, I'd like to say all protocols observed. I would like to start with a little joke from a TV pastor, just to get the nerves out of the way. There was a man who spent his time reading a lot to improve his health. He read and read and read, and everything he read talked about the dangers of eating sugar. So the man finally made a conclusive decision. No more reading. So I am happy for the decision that I made to move to Canada, even though, you know, my heart still is very much Jamaican, but Canada has become like my second home. And I made a decision a long time ago to embrace it holistically. I'm very humbled and grateful for being awarded by this exceptional organization under the category of Multiculturalism Through Education Educator Award. I would like to firstly thank the local immigration partners for the wonderful work they are doing to help newcomers get settled in their communities and by extension, Canada. A very special thank you to the team that nominated me, especially Jamie Campbell. Thank you very much for taking the time out to notice what we do to contribute in our own small way. It is indeed a very challenging but brave task to leave your native home and to decide to immigrate to another country to start your lives all over. There are many hurdles to jump, but with an organization like yours, equipped with people who, excuse my French, give a damn, many of us clear these hurdles manageably and move on to integrate in our new home. Without your support, many of us would be like ships roaming about without a sail. Once again, thank you very much, and congratulations to all the other recipients. Thank you.
Let's show Roxann and all the other award winners tonight. We give a damn. The next award is for an ethno-cultural group. The category is defined as an ethno-cultural and faith-based group who has invested time and energy to support positive experiences for immigrants in Simcoe County. This year's winner is the Ethnic Mosaic Alliance, nominated by Melissa Fetcher. This award is sponsored by our bronze sponsor, Barrie Chamber of Commerce. A few words about the Ethnic Mosaic Alliance. It aims to create a culturally diverse community by celebrating and embracing all cultures represented in the community. The organization's goal is to make Simcoe County a leader in diversity in all aspects of living and settling here in Canada, which is also demonstrated in the board of directors, which consists of people from all ethno-cultural and faith-based backgrounds. They have been leaders in initiating in-person events for newcomers in our community after the pandemic. Spring Connections provided newcomers an opportunity to learn about local settlement services and 211. The Ethnic Mosaic Alliance hosted a wildly successful summer series. Mosaic Nights, 3 international films embedded in 3 different cultural extravaganzas highlighted Iranian, Southeast Asian, and other multicultural communities. The success of these events centered on their partnerships with other ethno-cultural groups, the Barrie Persian Association, the South Asian Association of Simcoe County, and the Bradford West Gwillimbury Diversity Action Group. Please join me in congratulating the Ethnic Mosaic Alliance.
Thank you, everyone, and I just cannot accept this award alone. I would love my board of directors to be here with me to receive this award. So please, come on. For appreciating what we do. It really makes our volunteering efforts really, it's really appreciated. And thank you so much for my board that's here. They're so dedicated. And we try to make impossible things possible, and it is so gratifying to stand here and receive this award. And thank you so much for all your support. We love the community we live in, and we can't wait for the Multicultural Center to be here soon. Thank you.
The award is defined as an individual who fosters growth, innovation, and excellent customer service within their organization that provides services to immigrants. This year's recipient of the Service Excellent Award is Holly High, Manager of Employment Services at Georgian College. She was nominated by Melissa Fletcher. This award is sponsored by our bronze sponsor, Simcoe Muskoka Workforce Development Board. Holly has worked with newcomers for the majority of her career in community employment services. For more than 10 years, she's been able to identify service gaps in our local community to design, create, and creatively seek out funding for new programs and services in Simcoe County to support the newcomer population in labor market integration. As Georgian College's Manager of Employment Services, Holly established and grew the Newcomer Employment Services Program area, which currently delivers the Job Funding Club for immigrants and occupation-specific language training. Other newcomer programs that Holly developed and secured funding for includes Employment Connections for Newcomer Youth in 2013 and a 3-year research project in 2018 titled Positive Practices Serving Newcomers in Employment Ontario Employment Services. In 2021, Holly also led the development of a proposal currently in review to offer labor market integration, employment supports, and mentorship opportunities to all newcomers, inclusive of all immigrant classifications, including work permit holders and international students, a demographic that is very much underserved in our community. At the beginning of the Ukrainian crisis earlier this year, Holly was quick to support staff in collecting and centralizing best practices and cultural idiosyncrasies from across Canada to best serve Ukrainian clients. She applied for and secured additional funding to hire more staff members to help community partners and Ukrainian clients navigate job search, credential recognition, and mentorship opportunities in Simcoe County. Please help me welcome the Service and Excellence Award recipient, Holly High.
Yeah, you better hold that. That's not safe in my hands. So thank you, Local Immigration Partnership and the County of Simcoe for this acknowledgement. It's a really odd feeling to accept an award for something that you intend to do quietly, thoughtfully, through research and understanding the needs of your community. So 13 years ago when I started working at Georgian College in Simcoe County, I was certainly surprised by the lack of employment and mentoring supports for the newcomer population. My director, Pat Whittington, who is here tonight, oh wait, she's back there, who is here tonight, encouraged me to start to build research to support programming. So thank you, Pat, for all your support. To say she was a partner in proposal writing is such an understatement. For those of you who know her, when you take on development of a proposal with her, as I learned, it is well beyond your workload. It takes evenings, it takes weekends, so there are several 2 a.m. email exchange and writing handoffs that you do to make deadlines, lots of late nights and lots of weekend work. Oftentimes, my personal responsibilities at home or health-wise required me to back away from the process at times, and Pat would pick up where I left off, never letting anything slide. So this award is truly just as much hers as it is mine. Personally, I don't have a story of settlement. I don't have a story of immigration or tremendous travel. But there is one experience that really shaped my interest and curiosity when working with newcomers. So I worked for several years as an employment counselor and trainer and began project management work, which turned into community needs analysis, and I found myself developing programs and services and responding to calls for proposals. Fabulous, exciting work, I know. I was living and working in Southern York region. When I returned to work, dropping a then 1.5-year-old child off at daycare and expecting my next child, I looked for balance. And I found the most incredible opportunity as an employment counselor and human resources specialist at a practice firm. So for those of you who don't know, a practice firm is a 12-week on-the-job training program for newcomers to Canada. Newcomers would gain practical work experience in a mock network of companies across Ontario and Quebec. The clients were primarily newcomers and would be evaluated as an employee, gain Canadian work experience, and a work-based reference. This would be one of the greatest learning experiences of my career. And I had the pleasure of being the individual responsible to coach talented, internationally trained clients into the Canadian labor market. This was about 15 years ago, so LinkedIn was fairly new and just launching, and we secretly used it to source out mentors from similar backgrounds and similar countries. And I completely immersed myself in learning from newcomers about their culture, about their settlement, and understanding the difference in the similarities in work culture and job search between countries. I listened, I asked a lot of questions. I got to celebrate success. I hugged, which for me is odd. I laughed and I cried more than I ever have in my career at my work. And I also developed my love for veggie samosas at the same time. We traveled to other provinces together and practiced cultural business communications at trade shows to work with other practice firms. I learned what worked for newcomers as they looked for work with very little Canadian experience. We found leading organizations in the Markham and Scarborough area to align with, who valued and respected clients' international experience, and we leveraged those people as best we could as champions to outreach to other organizations. I truly believe my time spent at that practice firm was meant as a learning experience to allow me the understanding of newcomer needs in job search and prepare me for the work I was about to do in Simcoe County. Now, today I have the absolute pleasure of learning from a team that I work with in Newcomer Employment Services, led by Melissa Fletcher, you've heard her name a few times tonight, and delivered by all of the colleagues here tonight that are supporting me. They truly make magic happen, working daily with our clients, and we have a fabulous group of clients at a table tonight too, and employers, as you met one of them as an award winner, to deliver exceptional service. And as a project officer said to them last week even, you truly inspire us. Georgian College has always fully supported the portfolio that I work in developing these services, encouraging us to build strong community partnerships, such as the one we have developed with the local immigration partnership. I truly feel grateful to have found an employer that supports and aligns with my personal values when it comes to improving community employment services for newcomers. So we're not stopping or slowing down. You heard in the introduction that we have a few irons in the fire, so we're hoping that next time you hear from me or a member of our team that we're talking to you about our next project for newcomers. So thank you so much.
Okay, our next award, ladies and gentlemen, is the Youth Community Champion. A Youth Community Champion is defined as a youth 25 years of age or younger who strengthens community awareness about and advocates for newcomer equity and the celebration of cultural diversity in Simcoe County. This year's Youth Community Champion Award goes to a group, Inform Islam. The group was nominated by Shane Morrison, and the award is sponsored by our bronze sponsor, Collège Boreal. Inform Islam is a group of 7 Muslim youth on a mission to counteract Islamophobia, and educate Simcoe County on Islam. Their goal is to help community members feel comfortable asking questions about Islamic traditions and religion. The group wishes to challenge misconceptions. I'm not sure who's more tired, myself or the baby. The group wishes to challenge misconceptions and create safe spaces where diverse individuals can share experiences and knowledge. That's through in-person and virtual events. They're encouraging cultural learning and inclusion. In 2021, Inform Islam set up a table at the Barrie Farmers Market. The group offered free cookies, information on Islam, and opportunities for thoughtful conversation. Community members made use of the opportunity, appreciating the opportunity to ask questions without judgment. Jeff Lehman, our mayor and outgoing mayor of Barrie, attended the event specifically to support the group. The work of Inform Islam inspires multiculturalism. The group's proud representation of their backgrounds, beliefs, and traditions empowers other individuals to do the same. Please join me in congratulating Inform Islam, winner of this year's Youth Community Champion Award.
Good evening, everyone. I would first like to start this off by saying all glory and praise to Allah. 2 years ago, when we first were introduced to this program by my mother, it was just simply an excuse to gain our 40 volunteer hours that started to graduate high school. However, tragedy struck, and around the world, Muslims became victims to multiple Islamophobic attacks around the world. And that sparked our interest in the topic of Islamophobia. Through Shane, our YCAN coordinator, and the YMCA team in itself, we were able to combat Islamophobia and raise awareness toward it in our community itself. However, Islamophobia is still prevalent in areas around the world. I would like to use my platform tonight to remind you all of this, and to make sure that everyone understands that Islamophobia is something that needs to be countered in our community and communities around the world. I hope to create a more educated, and a well-understood community that understands the problems and what is actually wrong with Islamophobia. And we can actually eradicate this plague. I would like to let Sultan say a few words.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I would like to start off by saying thank you on behalf of our group members who couldn't make it today. I know from the bottom of my heart that they appreciate this event and everything that the program has provided us, just as much as everyone standing up here does. As my good friend Umar has already summed up, this program has helped us to make a positive change and impact in our community. We deeply appreciate the YCAN program, its organizers, supervisors, coordinators, Shane, and even the people who came up and talked to us that chilly October day last year. My colleagues, who I call my friends, but are like my brothers, I'm beyond grateful that we all stuck together through the ups and downs. Before closing off, I have to give credit where it's due, to my parents. Without them, I don't think I could have utilized the program as well as we did on my part. And to everyone here tonight, thank you for listening. I sincerely applaud you.
The final award this evening recognizes a community champion. The Community Champion Award is for an individual who strengthens community awareness about and advocates for newcomer equity and the celebration of cultural diversity in Simcoe County. I can see her bright smile shining from here. This year's recipient is Alisoba Lala Kelsey Braid, who was nominated by Melissa Robertson. This award is sponsored by the Barrie Public Library. Alisoba came to Canada from Nigeria as an international student. She arrived with her 2 children in 2017, as she so eloquently shared with us earlier on CTV. With her 2 children in 2017, she was attending Georgian College's Aurelia campus for their child and youth worker program. It didn't take long for Alisoba to become a leader on campus. She joined the Georgian College Student Association and became their vice president of community engagement. Next, Alisoba became connected with the County of Simcoe through the Community Impact Project at Georgian College's Aurelia campus. She helped to implement a project called Win-Win, What I Need When I Need It. During her time at Georgian College, she also found time to volunteer at the Calvary Pentecostal Tabernacle Aurelia. Alisoba organized the first Black History Awareness Week at Georgian's Aurelia campus. She showcased Black cultural food, movies, and clothing. Following graduation, Alisoba started working as a support worker with Empower Simcoe. In 2021, Alisoba created a Facebook group called Aurelia Black Community, allowing Black families to connect with one another and share resources. Alisoba is also a dedicated member of Making Change Simcoe County. She joined the organization as a board member in 2021 and now serves as a director and chair of the Community Engagement and Culture Committee. Alisoba supports many multicultural events, including the first virtual Black History Month celebrations within the city of Aurelia. Alisoba approached the mayor of Aurelia and council alongside community member Swayon Malimi and OPP staff Sergeant Wes Erskine to discuss the need for a city advisory council to advise on EDI initiatives. After thoughtful arguments made by Alisoba, the mayor and council agreed. Now a valued member of the City EDI Development Group, she has expressed interest in someday working collaboratively with city officials to plan and execute a multicultural festival that fosters inclusivity. Alisoba advocates for equity, supports newcomers, inspires multiculturalism, and works collaboratively with community stakeholders to create meaningful change. Please join me in congratulating Alisoba Kelsey Braid, Lala, the winner of the 2022 Community Champion Award.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here today. I am thankful to God Almighty for proving Himself in my life and for the opportunity to be a recipient of this award. 5 years ago, I came to Canada with my 2 kids, as an international student, and I made Simcoe County my home. I didn't know a soul. And a couple of people helped me, and I'm grateful for that. And the same thing I decided to do for the newcomers coming into Aurelia, for those people that didn't know anybody. I decided on my own to connect people. Even we didn't have an African store. I go to Facebook Marketplace. I just do it without asking for recognition, for noticing. It's just because there was no one to help me. So I took it upon myself to help the other people coming into Aurelia. I would like to thank Melissa Robinson. Thank you, Melissa, from the Aurelia Public Library for nominating me for this prestigious award. I didn't know she noticed all what I do. She always says, Lala, you do this, and I'm like, no, I just do it for fun. Not for fun, but like, I just do it because I think people need that help too. Thanks to Making Change, a non-profit organization that is passionate about fostering conversation around inclusion and diversity. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Roxann. That's one of my support systems I met in Georgian College, and we rock it, girl. You know that. And I also want to thank the local immigration partnership for this initiative to support and recognize newcomers like me, for showcasing our gifts and our talent, bringing it to this beloved community. Not forgetting to thank my professors at Georgian College that impacted me in one way or the other, that they didn't know, but every story they told me, it gave me hope that I can do this after a long time in school and coming back to school as a mature student. And I also lastly would love to thank my husband. He's not here. He's been my support system. You have to go back to school. I didn't know what he saw in me, but I think he saw a lot about me that I didn't know about me. And thank you for Kelsilda and Kels Morrison, my two babies that I came into Canada with. I love you. They've been my friend, my everything, because without them, I don't think I'll be here. And thank you, Almighty God, for this opportunity. And in my dialect, imiete, which means thank you.
And that concludes the awards for tonight. Let's hear it one more time for all of our recipients. Thank you for all of your hard work that truly strengthens Simcoe County. This has been incredible tonight. I had no idea what to expect. Now, on behalf of the local immigration partnership, thank you to everyone who submitted nominations this year. We'd also like to thank the community stakeholders who participated on this year's selection committee and our award ambassadors. I'd also like to extend a thank you to everyone who financially supported tonight's event, in particular our gold sponsor, Honda Manufacturing. Without that generous support of sponsors, this event, of course, would not be possible. Tonight's silver sponsors are Tangle Creek, Georgian College, and the Barrie Public Library. Finally, our bronze sponsors included Lakehead University, Nottawasaga Futures, Simcoe Muskoka Workforce Development Board, Collège Montreal, Pavlix.com, Roadmap to Canada, Bradford Greenhouses, Barrie Chamber of Commerce, and the Township of Penetanguishene. Again, my name is Sarah Freemark, and I'd like to thank you truly for inviting me to join as your Master of Ceremonies tonight. I too am a newcomer, but clearly have not made nearly the impact that our award winners have tonight. But this has been truly an honor to be up here on the stage. Thank you for your patience and God bless. Thank you.